How did your prelims exams go? Are you happy with your performance? Well, don't worry. Let's think about whether we should actually prepare for the mains examination. In this video, I will explain a lot of things. So let's begin. Hi, this is Shupriyo. So I have done a lot of research with the numbers that you are going to see in this video, and I have actually mixed and matched a lot of things, but I will not be covering all of those details. I will just be giving you my findings so that it's easier for you to digest. The first thing that I want you to understand is that nobody can accurately predict the cutoffs. So all these things that you are seeing, all these analysis, maybe we are all going to be proved wrong, but this is just an indication from the data that we have collected, from the data that we have crunched. So don't be disappointed by seeing the numbers. Just prepare for the mains examinations, because whatever preparation you are doing, it will never be wasted. So with that said, let us begin for the cutoff for the IBPS PO 2020 examination. So let us find out the first thing. Okay, so this is the number of registered candidates. So basically this is the data that I have taken from the IBPS website itself, and it shows us the registrations and the people who have appeared. So in the 2019 examination, don't consider the clerks as of now, because this exam has not happened. So we are only concerned with the PO, right? So in the 2019 exam for the IBPS PO, 8.25 lakh applications were actually filed, and finally 5.76 lakh people sat for the examination. Now this is quite interesting. So this means around 69% to 70% was the actual conversion rate. So this means that 70% of the people who filled the form, they actually appeared for the examination. Now if we actually see the data for this year, so we have a tentative data. So right now what we have found is that the figures for IBPS PO 2020 is that 7.12 lakh people have actually filled the examination form. Now because this is an extraordinary year and there are people who are not going to sit for the examination because of coronavirus, and lot of other factors are there in this year, so I am assuming that it's going to be around 60%. So that's the conversion rate. So it comes out to be around 4.2 lakh, and let us consider around 4 lakh. So around 4 lakh people are actually sitting for this examination, and we have very few declared vacancies this year. So earlier we used to have vacancies ranging from 4,000 plus, right? But this year it is below 1,500. So we have very few declared vacancies, but we are very hopeful that because all the declarations have not come from all the banks, so the vacancies will be going up a little bit. So the cutoff will definitely be impacted by that thing. So let us see the attempts now. So this is what I found from our poll in the Telegram channel that I had actually posted, and around 2,500 people have responded. So assuming that people have actually voted for their exact attempts, so we can see that 22% is in the range of 50 to 60, while 28% is from the 60 to 70 range. So this is quite interesting. So this forms the major chunk of the attempts. So now we can understand that majority are going to lie over here, and you can just think about these extremities. No need to really think about those, because many people, they are not actually attempting that much, and if they are attempting, then there is a lot of chances for errors to creep in. But this one is actually quite a genuine amount of information, and from that and from the other vacancies that we have and the declared vacancies which have not actually come, we can find out a little bit of a range. So what I found out from my calculations is that the cutoff should be lying from 55 to 65 for IBPS PO. Now I have a hunch that even it can go a little bit below 55 as well. So maybe 50 to 55, it's also possible. So overall 50 to 65, that should be our range. And now I would suggest that if you have attempted at least 50 marks, you have quite a high amount of chances. And of course, remember, normalization is going to play a vital role. So if your accuracy is very high, and if you are in the low 50s, no need to worry. Even in the high 40s, if you have attempted and you have a very high amount of accuracy, then also you should be preparing for the mains. Now coming to the cutoff for the IBPS RRB Office Assistant 2020 and the IBPS RRB Officers Scale 1 2020 examination. Now just let us see the data from IBPS first. So this is the official data for our 2019 and 2018 exam. Let's consider the 2019 one. In 2019, we had about 7.13 lakh people apply for the office assistant examination. Out of that, about 4.89 lakh people had appeared. So this is around 68 to 69%. Okay, and for the officers examinations, we had 5.39 applications and 4.09 people had finally actually sat for the exam. Now this around comes out to be 75%. So this was the range for the last year for 2019, but this year it has actually changed quite a lot. So this year what has happened right now, as we have analyzed, in IBPS RRB office assistant, around 8 lakh applications were totally filed, and in the officers examination around 6.2 lakh applications were filed. So this is the data that we have till now. Officially we don't have it yet. So basically, can we find out how many people have appeared? Now we understand that because of the coronavirus situation, and if you will remember the RRB PO examination, so a lot of events actually happened for that examination, and due to that very few people would have actually just sat for the exam this year. So we are considering around 60% conversion. So if we consider around that, so for the office assistant examination we have around 4.8 lakh people who sat for this examination, and for the officers examination, if we consider the same percentage, then it comes out to be around 3.72 lakh people who are going to sit for this exam. But I consider that the number will be even lesser than this, so it can be around 3 to 3.5 lakh. So that's what I assume for the officers examination. So now, considering this number that we just found out, let us see the Telegram channel votes that we had done. The IBPS RRB officers level examination, the shifts were not actually equal, and many people had very tough shifts and some people had very easy shifts, and very few people had actually attempted above 60 marks. And as you can see that 50 to 59 had around 27% as the number of people who did it, and below 50 we had 27%. So you can understand 54% of people were lying in this range. So with this we can understand that the paper was not very easy for the PO examinations, and very few people had actually gone above 60 and even fewer above 70. And I have run some numbers and found out that the average cutoff range that we can find out for the IBPS RRB officers level examination, it will range around 45 to 60 marks. Now why this big range? Because we have to just think about it, that there are various states and there are various people applying from the different states with different types of number of vacancies, and that is why if your state has a lot of vacancies, maybe above 100 vacancies, then you can see some cutoffs in the lower range. So even 40 to 45, that can also come. So if you are belonging to a state which has adequate number of vacancies and you have attempted above 40 marks in this examination, then definitely you should actually prepare for the mains exam. And for the people who have very less number of vacancies, for them it will be on the higher end, and it can also go up to 65, sometimes even to 70 if you have just those kinds of states where the vacancy is very low. So this is the range that you can expect in the IBPS RRB PO exam. And for the IBPS RRB office assistant exam, now this exam was very surprising because it was quite easy, and almost all the shifts they said that it was almost the same kind of difficulty level, very easy. And as you can see from the attempts over here, 70 plus attempts, we have 33%. Can you believe that? I have almost never seen this kind of a poll. So we found out that a lot of people had attempted very high number of marks, and even 60 to 70 a lot of people had actually attempted. So in the RRB examination, the office assistant examination, I feel that the cutoff, it should range around 60 to 75. So that is my actual range that I could predict. And of course the lower range, the 60 to 65, will be for the people who are having high vacancies, and the people who are having lower vacancies, 70 to 75, and even a little bit above 75 also it can go if your state has very low number of vacancies. Now that is the final cutoff list that I wanted to show you, and I hope that this actually gives you an idea about the examinations, the difficulty, and whether you should actually prepare for it. Now, coming to my final thoughts for all of these things. Now, there are two important things that we have to remember. There is also the RBI Assistant Mains Examination and also the SBI Junior Associate Mains Examination. So these two exams, now what has happened is IBPS has actually just postponed all the other exams, and people are feeling that these two exams might be coming in the near future. Now the thing that happens is usually these two exams, they are at a higher priority, and many people do not understand this, but it is IBPS actually who has the responsibility of handling all these examinations. So IBPS has to manage the dates, and if IBPS is thinking that we are going to schedule these examinations very soon, then definitely they are going to actually push back the other exams. But just remember something, that there is no guarantee. They are of course looking at these exams and they want to schedule it, but if there are some logistical or technical challenges, then they might push it back even further. So don't worry about all of those things. Just ensure that any day these exams, the notifications will be coming, and so prepare for the mains examination. And as I told you, if you are in the range that I have mentioned, then definitely you have a chance for mains, and you should go ahead and you should prepare. The mains preparation is never going to hurt you, and we have the mains for these 5 exams upcoming, and this is your golden opportunity because there are no prelims around right now. Only the IBPS Clerk prelims is there, but it is still far off. So you have a lot of time on your hands to prepare for the mains exams. I know that it can be very frustrating when you are not getting the results, and I understand all of that, but you have to focus. You have to just try your best and you have to prepare, and then whatever happens, it is up to the universe. So do not waste time. Once this time has gone out of your hands, then you will be regretting, why did I not use it properly? And that's the last message that I want to leave you with. Time is precious, use it well. I hope that you learned something from this video and that it was beneficial to you. If you enjoyed it, please give a like and share it with your friends. And if you want to see more of this kind of content, please click on the subscribe button and do not forget to click the bell icon so that you, my friend, do not miss any future update. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.